Good evening and welcome back. And just got back home. Been to see Toy Story 5. Yeah, it's put a bit of nostalgia back, you know. If you caught my last reading, on the love reading, yeah, that was about nostalgia and about someone in deep reflection of times gone by and hoping that that connection will retain. Missing that connection, you know, missing that love in that connection. Yeah, can feel another love reading coming on. That's why I'm back online. So, let's see. I've got a sweet love tea oracle. I've just done a bit of a dance, because Spirit's got me dancing these days, which is different, but 8 years on this path, nothing shocks me. What Spirit throws at me, nothing. So let's see what Spirit's going to tell us today. So something inside so strong, I know that I can make it, though you're doing me wrong, so wrong. Yeah, that's spiritual awakening path, you know. That's the path of fighting for your rights. You know, I've got that other song. You've got to fight for your right to party. Yeah, you don't exactly party when you come out the other end. Well, you do celebrate. Yeah, you do celebrate. But, no, the spiritual awakening path, you're fighting. If you're twin flame, can't speak for anybody else, but if you're a twin flame, you're up against it. It's like, yeah, you're fighting everybody, fighting things seen, fighting things unseen. The unseen, yeah, it's real. Spiritual warfare. It's been here. It's here. It's still here. And the higher you know, the higher you go, the more light that you start holding, you become more of a threat. So the higher I ascend, the more of a threat I am to the unseen. Also to the seen, you know, because family and friends see you changing and they see that light inside you. And they're like, whoa, what's she going to do next, you know? And that's because they're in their ego and they're like, they're only seeing it from the ego mind, you know. They're just judging and projecting. They're like, what's she doing today? Yeah. Whereas I've done the work, so I can see that, you know. I can see their shadows, so I reflect also. So I hold this mirror up to people and I go, what is it inside of you that I trigger? Because, you know, you do the work. Yeah, you do the work. And you'll come to know what I know. That's not from ego, because you balance the ego out. That's from many, many years of hard graft work. It's deep spiritual work. Going inside places that nobody wants to go. I didn't want to go. But my journey took me there. It was meant to be, you know. It's written in the stars. Yeah, it's all about growth, trust, and being patient. Yeah, that song, Something Inside So Strong. Yeah, I felt something inside that was just calling me, you know. And it was that strong. There was nothing and nobody that could deter me from it. Yeah, I just could feel this and hear this pulling me, and nothing what anyone says or does or projects or judges onto me can make me see different, you know, because it's that pull. You know, when someone says it's a calling, yeah, you hear someone calling you. You hear many calling you. I hear my ascended masters, I hear angels, I hear ancestors. My ancestors are very, very noisy lately. Because I feel like I've broke through a barrier, you know, so that's something inside so strong. I know that I can make it, though you're doing me wrong. And then the higher you build your barriers, you know, the louder I become. Yeah, it's like my ancestors have become really, really loud. Since the rare blue moon, since I've pushed through something. Like, yeah, like I've opened the doors for them to come in. No, they've come in spits and spats, but the rare blue moon was like a portal that opened the doors to them. Yeah, my ancestors, you know, strong roots. So it's like, I feel them more now. I feel my bloodline, I feel that connection to them. I've even seen them, you know, as strange as that sounds, but not on this path anymore, because nothing shocks me. Yeah, my roots, you know, I can hear them coming through, and I've seen them, you know. Yeah, got very, very loud. So they're saying it's because I've broke through barriers, so that the louder I become, you know. You hide behind walls of barriers. Yeah, well, the louder I've become. So I've not let anyone suppress me. I've not anyone take my voice away. Yes, I did at certain points. Not now. Something's just clicked inside me, you know, and I don't know if it's because I went to Mary Magdalene's cave in France. I know that was a very, very that was a sanctuary for me. Yeah. So she's protected, taking care of yourself, yeah, as well as this relationship, sanctuary, self-care. Yeah, well, I knew I was going there for a reason. I knew I was going there to reconnect with another part of myself, so my rose path. I knew it was balancing things out, you know. I knew it was going to balance me out completely. I could see things from a different perspective, you know. It was very, very much a turning point on this journey. It was not long ago. Yeah, it was my sanctuary, and it brought in more self-care, more trust, more faith. It was a turning point, and I knew it would be before even going. That oracle in me could see that. There's a reason why Mary was calling me, guiding me to this cave, you know, this very, very isolated cave. I mean, it took us 4.5 hours to find it. Now, I don't think it should have took that long, but was to say what a journey should take. This journey's took me 8 years so far, and I know it's not over, it's just beginning, because I'm just fully stepping into the wholeness of me. I'm fully embodying all of my light, fully balanced out, that divine feminine, divine masculine energy. Yeah, something happened to me inside that cave. Now, do you believe in magic? Yeah, I do. I see magic more and more. The trail to the cave was magic. Mary came through, and after 3.5 hours of trying to find this cave, getting frustrated, as you do on the spiritual awakening path, I sat down. Well, she told me to sit down. She said, sit down, Ellie. Go inside, listen, eyes to see, ears to hear. And I just said, Mary, please show me the cave. I'm tired now. You know, I've got blisters on my feet. And I just want to find the cave because you brought me here. Months and months prior, you've been sending me messages, downloads, that I'm going to find this cave. So I know I'm going to find it. You know, so show me the cave. And then just 2 minutes, waking, opening my eyes, and she said, follow the rose petals. And I was like, there ain't no rose petals, maybe. So I looked down where I was sitting from. There weren't no rose petals. She went, stand up, walk this way. So like I've done many times, this is how I get guided. I just do something. I hear it, and I just sometimes I don't hear it. I just go to things that I need to go to. It's hard to explain if you're not a channel, but I'm used to it now. So I walked the way she was describing, face rose petal. Yeah, that's magic, you know. And then I remember saying to my partner, we follow the rose petals, and there was like, I'm a son. We didn't know rose petals. Was like, and they couldn't believe it because they was like, Mom, yeah, I believe in magic because I've done this. I've been in my cave, so not maybe Magdalene's cave. Well, yeah, you could say it's her cave because before her cave in France, she'd already gone into her cave inside. So the deepest, darkest parts of it, you know, because she understood. She understood that it was about the divine feminine and divine masculine coming into complete union, inner union, your energies, these two powerful forces that we hold inside us, reconnecting, you know, because we got disconnected many years ago by the powers that be that tried to silence and suppress us and Mary Magdalene. So she went searching many years ago because she had to walk this path, you know. She walked this path before us, and there'll be many after us, you know. When I leave this earth and I've done all my teaching and all of that and shown others that this is the key, you know. You've got to go inside, you've got to look inside, stop looking outside yourself, stop going to churches, as you know, as that sounds. Look inside, the answers are all inside, the light is inside, the shadows also. The shadows is what you go into, this cave inside. So Mary did that. But, you know, when she found all this light and she found the key to showing others their light, she had to be silenced, you know, she had to be suppressed. That connection to source, it was too threatening, you know. So, yeah, I have literally been targeted for my light. Yeah, because to know that if I found my light, I'd reflect this back to others. So I'm that mirror soul. Twin flame. There was twin flames. Our twin flames. Yeah. And then when you find that light inside yourself and you show others, you reflect that back to them and you go, right, go inside your cave, go deep, face your shadows, balance your shadows out, find your divine feminine, your divine masculine, balance them out, find your light. When you find your light, don't keep it to yourself. No. You're creating calmer waters. You reflect that back to others, you know. So you're like, you can do it too. So that's what Mary was doing, you know. That's what she held inside herself because she'd gone inside her cave, and that is what she was going to reflect to others. And she did. She did. Her teachings carried on, you know, but they're back now. They're back with bang, you know. And we're connecting with our ancestors also. Yeah, there was a time where it was silenced, but no longer, you know. She's back. She is back. She's back because it's a new chapter. Yeah, these bars no longer hold her back, and they no longer hold the women back of this world. You know, that divine feminine energy and the silencing of our voices. No, these bars they're not strong enough now to hold us. Nah. Yeah, they are still pages to write, revisit. Yeah, she's back. She's revisiting us. You know, she's bringing this story to us. She's helping us remember we too, you know, we can, yeah, we can write a different story. We don't have to stay in, you know, that prison of our mind with those bars. No. Time for that is well past now. All it takes is one person, you know, to start that ripple. And yeah, twin flames, they are there. They're their souls, they're ancient souls. 144. Many past lifetimes. Yeah, that remembrance of my lifetimes and the gifts I hold inside myself. My voice and my strong foundation to my ancestors, my roots. My connection to Mary Magdalene, Yeshua. Yeah. So it's all returned back, you know. Because of that acceptance as well. Started to accept that this is my path. And I'm here to reflect that back to us. You know, karma waters. I'm here to show others they too can reach their karma waters. Yeah, it says quiet times. Yeah, we can have more quiet times, more peace. Yeah, more peace, you know. Yeah, these cards here. Wow, they're all flown out. Got five cards here. Yeah, the times of uncertainty. People being unsure. Me being unsure about who I am, where I come from, my roots, my ancestors, my connection to Mary Magdalene, my connection to Lemuria, my connection to all other parts of myself. I'm not questioning that now, you know. I'm pretty sure about who I am now because I've been in that cave. Yes, inside my cave, but I've also visited Mary Magdalene's cave. That was a game changer, you know. Total. Came out of that cave. Reborn. But yeah, there's no doubt. And it says time. Yeah, it is time. Yeah, it's time. It's time for people to put those doubts away, you know, and go back to our connection, our roots, connect with our roots, our ancestors. Write a new story. Create new chapters, you know. Open the chapter. Yeah. Come out of these bars of our mind, society, projections, judgments. It's time for people to go inside their cave, go searching for their light, face the shadows, search for the light, come out with the light. It's time, you know. We deserve karma waters. We're not what you think we are. And I mean, I've watched loads of films like Cocoon. I was watching that the other day. And they're light beings, you know. Yeah, well, we are. There's codes in those films. There's messages in the films. Matrix. Yeah, we're in the Matrix. We've been stuck in the Matrix. Avatar. Yeah, Avatar. That's my connection to Lemuria. You know, plugging into the life force energy. That's what they do. Well, that's what I do also now. It's that connection. But yeah, it's the roots. I'm remembering the roots. Connection. Yeah. We can all have karma waters. And I am that mirror. I'm the twin flame. I'm that mirror. I reflect that back to others. They can have karma waters too. Yeah, so by going in that cave, you find your balance. So, mirror souls, you know. First, find that balance inside yourself by going inside the cave, by balancing yourself out, by the divine feminine, divine masculine energies, that connection from earth to heaven, human to divine. Stability comes in. Yeah, become more steady, you know. Yeah, flames on here. Yeah, you start fanning those flames, and you're like, right, I found this inside me now. I'm not what I thought I was. I hold so much more. You start fanning them flames. Pretty soon, that spark that you feel inside, you know, that calling, something inside so strong. Well, it's bonfire. It's a full fire. And it's fireworks scene. Yeah, it takes time and it takes patience. Yeah, and you mature with it, you know, spiritual maturity. Yes, you mature with it. Yeah, yeah, chance to work the magic. That's what's inside so strong, you know, that pull you feel. Magic. Yeah. When I went into that cave in France, well, not even in the cave, it was the trail to the cave. There was magic in that forest, you know. It was an ancient druid forest. So the druids, tale has it, took Mary Magdalene in when she fled for her life because of these powerful teachings that she held inside her. After Yeshua's crucifixion, she knew she was a target, you know. So just like me, because of this connection, my twin flame, because I am a twin flame, I've had a target since coming here, you know, because the unseen, yeah, and they also work through the seen, so my family and my friends, to get to me, to stop me from finding this light, stop me from fanning them flames. But time heals, you know, so I've healed. And I'm also very, very protected. I went out to protect myself, and I'm also very protected by my spirit team. I've got an army of spirit teams, you know. Yeah, I've got a warrior spirit team, full protection now. You know, nothing can get through. Done that work. Very, very sure that what I'm here for. Yeah, I've got that strength and I've got that confidence. I'm empowered. Yeah, because I went inside my cave. And then Mary Magdalene called me to her cave. And I was like, I think, what's this about caves? Like, I've been in the cave for 8 years, Mary, and you're sending me to another one. But she was like, trust me. You know, yeah. Trust, faith on this path. You have to have complete trust and faith that what you're hearing, that what you're feeling, that what you're seeing, it's real, you know. No, you're not strange. No, you're not weird. No, you're not crazy. Everything that happens to you is meant to happen. Yeah, my true voice shall be heard through the women of this world once again, for I am and thou art too. Mary Magdalene. These cards are beautiful. And they're from one of my my spiritual teachers that I follow. Beautiful lady. Taught me so much. She's still teaching me. There you go. The return of the Apostle of Apostles. Yeah, and you know, she was a woman. Well, Mary Magdalene, yeah, but they made her out to be a fallen woman, didn't they? That was to try and silence her, suppress her, and to rubbish her reputation, you know. But truth always comes out. So my true voice shall be heard through the women of this world once again. For I am and thou art too, Mary Magdalene. They knew this, you know, this was always going to return. So there's activations in these cards. So just take these cards in. Yeah. I think it's safe to say Mary Magdalene's voice is being heard around the world through the women of this world. Yeah, I think it's safe to say that. You know, and also Yeshua's voice through the men of this world. And yeah, I channel Yeshua also, so you could say the women also. I think it's safe to say that the divine feminine energy and the divine masculine energy, it's the time now for that balance. So the divine masculine energy didn't get silenced, you know, because they unplugged the divine feminine energy from the divine masculine, but they did distort the divine masculine teachings, so Yeshua's teachings, they started that, you know. They changed it to their words, you know. They put, yeah, it's not all, you know, it's not all the teachings that we think it has been. No, it's distorted. But it's coming back now. The true voice, the true teachings of this union inside ourselves, and how we walk this path, the rose path, rose petal path, you know. That when she said to me, follow the rose petals, I was like, well, there isn't no. Yeah, there was. I just had to look for them. So the teacher had gone before me, who had walked this path before me, now showing me the way. But she'd been showing me the way for years, you know. And I'd been listening. I'd had eyes to see and ears to hear. But that day, don't know what it was, but I didn't have eyes to see or ears to hear until I sat down. I went into that stillness, and then I heard a voice, you know, loud and clear. She was like, Ellie, you've done this many times before. You've been doing it for 8 years. Stop listening to others around you. Follow the voice inside. Follow your heart, you know. And then follow these rose petals all the way to the cave. Yeah, that cave. I'll never forget it. I'll never forget this this path, you know. Never. When I'm an old lady and I look back and I've done my mission, what I came here for, I've helped many, yeah, I look back and one hell of a life, you know, what I came here to do. Not just me, many light workers, light seeds, twin flames, 144. We're all doing it. We're all co-creating. We're all connected. And yeah, what a way to live your life, like helping others. So is that it? So the answer, you know, the answer lies inside. Yeah. So this card, seek freedom that is not bound to churches that rule the world, suppression, control, patriarchy, hierarchy, the minds of the people and their pocketbooks. Yeah, it's all inside. So, Yeshua, the kingdom of God is inside. Yeah. So they started some of his teachings, you know. That's to, yeah. Didn't want these teachings getting on. It's too powerful. We take back our control. We take back our voices. We take back our world. You know, the dark starts to crumble. We start to balance things out. So that dark, you know, it's had more control, suppression, silenced us. Now we bring that balance in. Okay. Been under illusion all along? Nah, no more. Time is now. The time is now. You've got to read this one. Very powerful. Yeah, I am the resurrection of light in oneness. I am Mary the Magdalene, goddess. I am one with the Creator, source of all that is, as is eternally. I am feminine Christ, and I am that which walks the air through every woman after me. May you be granted peace in thy sacred heart when you remember your truth. Yeah, years ago, you know, when I was chronically ill and I was searching for peace. That was the main word that came up, peace. Just wanted peace, you know, because like when you're exhausted from illness and years of battling, things seen and unseen, I know now. Yeah, you just want to be granted peace in thy sacred heart, and I have. I'm at this point of my journey where I feel complete peace, you know. I feel peace in speaking about my journey and helping others. I feel peace inside myself. So yes, things might come at me. We live on the earthly realm. Yeah, you're going to get things coming at you. But it's like being inside the storm. I can sit inside that storm and I can still be in peace. Yeah, and that's because I went inside my cave. And I found that peace, you know. Found sacred heart. Yeah, this card. Gosh, I could read all these cards. Life is our gift and love is our remembrance of home. Yeah, I found love for myself. And that's not from an ego, no, because you balance your ego out. Your shadow and your light, they come with you. Balanced. When you enter that cave, they're not balanced. You're going in there to search for them, you know. Yeah, you're facing your shadows, your wounds, your traumas, your ancestral, all of that. Yeah, you're uncovering, you know, that cave is deep. You don't realise how deep it is. But inside that cave, you start to love yourself. And you're like, yeah, I do actually love myself. And I love all my shadows as well. You make peace with your shadows. You know, they become your friend. And you're like, yeah, I actually do love myself. And that's it's not ego, because you balance that out. Yeah, you remember who you are. You remember you are human, but you are divine. You are earth and you are heaven. You are Christ-like. And you've held that inside you all along. These cards again. Just activate. Activate. Yeah. Just feel so at peace, you know. Now I do. Didn't 8 years ago. Though I haven't ever felt peace, if I'm going to be truly honest. No, never felt peace. And it was supposed to be that way. There was a divine plan, you know, for me not to feel peace. But in later life, when I came into that knowing that, you know, I've done the work and I hold this light inside myself. Yeah, they're bestowing peace on me now, you know, because of the work I've done. I've dared to go into that cave, even, you know, against barriers. Something inside, so strong, was calling me home. It was time. Yeah, and I always remember when I wasn't in the side of the cave, but I was at the top of the mountain, because she sent me to the top of the mountain. And I know why, because she wanted me to see it from a different point of view. She told me that. But that was the point where she came through and she was like, welcome home, sister. And I was like, Mary? You know, she was with me anyway, but so loud and clear. I was like, I've returned home. That's what this journey is. It's a journey back to home. Not the home you had before. No, the true home. It's been a journey back home to yourself. That peace. That love. Unconditional love. Yeah, it's a journey back to that. And then you show others. They can have peace and unconditional love. And yeah, I'll never forget it. I'm going back. Yeah, I'm going back, because I just feel like I'm going to go back. Return home again. Yeah, but I'll never be in the deepest, darkest depths of my cave again, you know, because I've come out the other side. But yeah, I can return back to Mary Magdalene's cave because of that peace I feel inside me now, you know. But never the deepest, darkest depths, the dark night of the soul cave. Never again. No, done the work. I'm out of that. Found peace. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to leave it there. And might come back on and do a Lemurian one, because I've got a wellbeing fair coming up soon. So I won't say I'm getting in practice, because it just flows fluidly anyhow, but yeah, I'm just feeling this creative energy flowing through me. So I shall say bye bye and enjoy the rest of your Sunday.